I'm gonna say Pablo got balls for taking a fight like this. You know, it's not supposed to be easy. Dude has 30 plus fights, bunch of knockouts, more knockouts than Pablo has fights. So the odds are stacked against him. But that's kind of his story in general.
You think these boxers intimidate me? There's no boxer, there's no human being who will intimidate me in this game. On this world, there's only one person I fear, and that's God. Oh man, this is easy. This is light work right now. Like the air, man, the air is crazy. In Orlando, in Colorado, we was at 7,000, right?
8,000, just
8,000,
sitting
7,000.
down, not even going on the mountain.
Yeah, and we right now, like, I don't know, 1,500, maybe. So I feel good, man. You know, I'm just ready to fight, man. Just want to fuck this motherfucker up, man. Excuse my language. Just happy, man. Just happy to be here in Orlando 12 days, man. We've been training hard for this, you know, and just excited to give the fans what they're looking for. You know, if you watch me, you know, from the first round, I'm fighting. So it's going to be fireworks.
He went out there and did all the stuff that I do, you know. He got up with, you know, my strength and conditioning coach, General Lee, and he's doing all the stuff that the young guys do, and it's impressive. It's impressive. He's gonna be ready, strong, sharp, in shape, and he's gonna make a statement. Facts.
I used to fight a lot in school. So my mother was getting tired of me in the projects. I grew up in the project and I was fighting every day. So she put me in karate school. I'm a black belt in karate, first Dan Goju rule. And I was really good in karate and I always wanted to box. Came up watching Trinidad, you know, all the greats. You know, Floyd Mayweather, Gotti, you know, guys from New York, Paulie, Louis Collazo. I looked up to those guys and got into boxing and just fell in love with it. And, you know, here I am.
Can't be defeated, deleted, all who repeat it, seceded to where I'm needed. Believe it like when you see it, I mean it. The prophet Jesus, pleading for all the seasons and reasons you take for granted, demanding the life you leading. Look, juggling planets, one-handed. This black bandit hasn't landed, but commanded his fans to stand for the branding. Outstanding, all these crowds, loud screaming and chanting. It's romantic, cause I know they all love me from how they dancing. Look.
What he's doing should be an inspiration to everybody that you could get through tough times, period. Whether it's, you know, tough times in life, you know, addiction, whether it be addiction, being locked up, being depressed, having anxiety, being whatever it may be. I just feel like, you know, you could get through it, and he's a living testament to that.
I work with a few fighters. A lot of athletes with like perfecting athletes I do end up working with. Usually by the time fight week comes up, their body is a little bit fatigued and beat up a little bit, so to speak. So just kind of making sure that there's like a recovery effort being put in before their fight. It definitely helps make a difference in their performance.
How's Pablo?
He's good. He's beat up. He's been in camp for a while, so just trying to make him feel good.
So right now we're focused on a little bit lower volume than we do during camp, keeping the calories and nutritional density high. So liver hits all of those marks, good protein, good hema iron, tons of vitamins and minerals, keep him fueled. This will be his last meal of the day. Andy still has to work out, so we need to make sure that we fuel him appropriately. Very few people make it in this sport into their 30s, into their mid-30s, right? Pablo is 41. So the fact that he's still able to do this and focus and sacrifice, even though he doesn't have to, he's a incredibly successful businessman. He's got his hand in real estate development, which is obviously super lucrative. So he doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to do this grind. He doesn't have to put his body through it. He chooses to do it because he loves the sport, and he ultimately has this incredible goal of becoming world champion. It's extraordinary that at 41 he's willing to put everything on the line to follow a dream. And he does everything the way he should. Trains, eats, works like a madman, still find times for his family, will train at midnight because he's been working all day so that he can see his family before he goes to train. It's sacrifices that 20-year-olds have difficulty doing. And at 41, he does it and doesn't complain. Never once complained. Doesn't complain about the workout, doesn't complain about the diets, doesn't complain about the lack of sleep, doesn't complain about working 15 hours in a day and then finding time to train. It's absolutely extraordinary. You want to sit at the table, love, or you want to sit there?
In camp, this is my favorite liver.
It definitely is, and it's amazing that he does use it because of the nutritional benefits for it. If I could get everybody to eat it, it would be better. But most people don't want to eat it.
People just see the coaches, but they're very important because if they don't give you the right supplements and the right food, you won't perform, you know? So they work with the best for a reason. Crawford is pound for pound king right now, so you tell me they doing something wrong. Went away from prison for 8 years, and it was a hard time in my life, you know? And when I was in jail, I was in solitary confinement. I did 4 years in solitary confinement, you know, so 23 hours lockdown. And my mother was sending me the magazines, the Ringside. And I was seeing Louis Collazo, Marcus Brown, Curtis Stevens. I was just reading these guys, Gary Starks Jr., seeing these kids fight the guys that came up. I was like, damn, this is crazy, you know? And you always used to shadow box. I used to get in a lot of fights. If you was locked up with me, you know how I was. I always was fighting, always always training, but I always used to fight. And the COs would tell me, oh, you're not gonna go nowhere, you are spick, you know, your mother is getting, you know, so I guess that's their strategy, you know, to break you down. And I always say when I come home, I'm gonna turn pro, I'm gonna become 10-0 and retire. I'm still here.
I remember he always used to say like, oh, when I get out, I'm gonna continue the gym and stuff. But you know, as soon as he got out, he probably enjoyed his time for a little bit. You know, he was like 200 pounds, like muscle. So, you know, in order to box, you know, you gotta lose weight and stuff. But he was motivated as soon as he got out. Like, he went to the gym right away.
I'm a competitor. I've always been competitive. Anywhere I do, I want to be the best. And all these young guys around me, all this good talent I got around me, I got a whole bunch of killers. It just makes me just want to keep pushing, you know? Just want to keep pushing. You know, I got to train harder because the young guys are training. At my age, everybody says I'm old, whatever. I don't feel old. I feel like I'm. You see, you've been in my sparring camps. I spar everybody. Richard Colmy, Anthony Soto, he's 12-0. Cesar Francis, you know, I spar all the good guys. So, you know, I just love to do it, you know. And for the record, I don't need to do boxing. I do it because it's my passion. I'm a real estate, I got a lot of businesses. I'm an investor in real estate, into crypto, you know what I mean? So I don't really, you know, need to put my life in this, you know, because, you know, 50% of boxing, you could die in the ring. And I just like the challenge. I like to challenge myself in everything I do. That's just a dream I want to complete, you know what I mean? I could stop boxing tomorrow. I'll say I don't need a boxing because, you know, it's a hard sport, man. It's a rough sport, you know. See, I'm banged up everywhere, bleeding, sparring, getting hurt, you know, but it's part of the game. I love it. You know, I just embrace it.
My name is Nelson Rodriguez. I'm the owner of Legacy Fitness. Having Pablo here is great having him here. He's a person with great energy. I know him for many, many, many years. He's a guy that is outgoing, man, and I'm happy to have him here, man. I really am.
Cutting weight is going well. You know, I guess the opponent didn't want to fight the same way, so they moved up. Now they're fighting 154, so it's easier for us. We already were ahead of the game, so I believe perfecting athletes are doing a amazing job with him as usual. So I don't worry about that. I leave that up to them, and they're doing their part. I do my work, but everything is going very, very well, hand in hand. And you know, we're looking for some good results come fight night. There you go, angle on him. There you go. Keep flowing. Back on your jab. There you go. There you go. Keep flowing. Keep flowing. It's too slow for you, I'm telling you. Very good. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. He's flowing beautifully. I like his combinations, his activity, his numbers. He's throwing a good amount of numbers, which we worked on. So I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing. The loser seems to be happy, and that's very important for a fighter. Fight week is to be happy in a good mood, knowing that the work is done. So we're in a good place, very good place. He's one of the best shapes I've ever seen him in so far. You know, with all the work put in Colorado Springs and everything. So I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing, and I know he's gonna execute that day.
You think these boxers will intimidate me? These are boxers, these are good kids. You know what I mean? I got stabbed in jail, I got stab wounds, fighting 3-4 guys, you know what I mean? At the same time, you know what I mean? You think these guys getting beat up, handcuffed with COs, beating me up, not giving me food for 24 hours, at least sometimes 72 hours. You think these boxers intimidate me? There's no boxer, there's no human being who intimidate me in this game or in this world. There's only one person I fear, and it's God. You know? Come on, I try to kill myself in jail, man. You know? People don't know that. I try to, I'm doing so much time, and my baby mother leaves, you know what I mean? And I'm not seeing my kids, and I'm angry at the world. The devil plays games with you, you know what I mean? And that didn't break me. The devil didn't break me. You think you're just a human like me, man. None of these boxers, you know, I see them. That's why there's certain boxers I got around me that I'm friendly, but I don't try to get closer. Because boxers, to no disrespect, I respect every boxer, but they think they tough just because they know how to fight. You know what I mean? This is a sport, buddy. You don't know, nobody knows what I've been through. And nobody, you know what, any boxer go what I run through and they die. They hang up and choke. You know what I mean? Every hour you're sleeping, the COs come open the door and come beat you up. You know what I mean? You don't hear from your family for weeks. You know, and this is not me, you look me up. That's some paperwork. You know what I mean? It's all over paperwork. What I've been through, how many years I got, you know, everything. You know, so these boxers are little kids for me, man. These are little boys. You know what I mean? Of course, there's a skill, there's a talent when you fight. You know what I mean? They might be more skills, but here, I don't think nobody got a heart like me in this ring, because nothing can break me. And if you know me, you know who I am. That's all I gotta say.